looking live over Charlotte Douglas International Airport. It's fodder for the box office. Here's a scenario. If the airline pilots become incapacitated, passengers are asked if there's anyone who can land the plane. It's a dramatic plot that is played out in the movies, but what about in real life? Could you do it? I know one person who could, Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot herself, Maycay Beeler. You have kind of a surprising survey about this.
Yeah, so, can the average person do it? That's the question. Can you do it? Well, it depends. It depends if you have the guidance of the right air traffic controller. It just depends if they can safely talk you down and if you can land safely enough. It's possible, yes. Now, it may not be a pretty landing and some may result in damage to the airplane, but it can be done. But a lot of things have to go right. So quite a few people, according to a poll by a group called the YouGov, think it is doable. A survey published in January shows about 1/3 of adult Americans think they can safely land an airliner with the help of air traffic control. And the confidence rate climbed to nearly 50% among male respondents. Now, this uncommon scenario pops up in the news from time to time. Usually it's in a small plane. Last year, a passenger landed a single-engine aircraft in Florida after his pilot passed out. And he managed a successful landing with the help of a flight instructor and an air traffic controller who talked him down over the radio. So folks, first, the passenger had to don the headset and locate the mic button to talk over the radio with ATC. So being familiar with certain basic aircraft gauges and switches, well, that's key. Properly reading and monitoring the airspeed, attitude, and altitude instruments can make the difference between life and death. The ability to stay calm and follow instructions from ATC, it's critical. Now, having had at-home flight instructor experience, that's a huge bonus. It's not rocket science. Assuming the engine is running and the throttle is set to maintain flight when the pilot becomes incapacitated, a properly trimmed airplane will fly itself. It is inherently stable. It wants to fly, and it should remain in straight level flight until commanded to do otherwise. Now, push the stick or the yoke or the wheel down, the plane descends, the houses get bigger, pull back, they get smaller as the plane climbs. Turning the airplane is simply a matter of gently moving the wheel or stick to the left or to the right. Now, when it comes to landing, things get complicated. It is imperative to know where the flap lever is. Extending the flaps help the plane come down while slowing down. And locating the gear handle to extend the landing gear, well, that's a must. Maintaining a certain airspeed, flying the plane in a gentle descent to about garage door height, about above the runway, letting the plane settle down a few more feet, pulling the power back while leveling the plane to where the main wheels touch first, with the nose wheel touching down last, will get you safely on the ground. I've taught many students, and student pilots undergo many hours of practicing maneuvers and hundreds of takeoffs and landings to get it right, and it takes years to become a commercial pilot, as you can imagine. For an untrained person to land safely, well, it's all about following instructions if ATC is available for guidance.
Okay, so I've learned a lot of terms just now.
Okay.
So okay. I'm already learning here.
Okay.
I would imagine the bigger the plane, the more complicated the landing would be. Is that an accurate assumption?
All planes fly the same.
Okay.
Now you're thinking, wait a minute, it's a really big plane. Yeah, it's got
buttons.
a lot of buttons, a lot of gauges, a lot of switches, more engines, more throttles, more procedures, and the systems are more complicated and complex. But the plane flies the same. So it's doable. It might be a little overwhelming, but if you know where things are, it helps.
I don't even know if I would know getting on the headset and
I
locating.
know. I know.
The headset seems obvious, but when you look at the control panel
and where's
on the plane,
and where's the mic button? It's on the yoke or the wheel. But you're right. If you can't talk to ATC, it's like, woo, anything goes.
So you mentioned earlier that there were some survey results of people who thought they could. I think maybe I could land a plane if I had the right instruction, if I had Maycay Beeler at my side. But we put a survey out on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram.
Yep.
And what were the results of that?
So if we can bring the results up and we can see them, overwhelmingly, folks didn't think they really could do it.
A lot of no's on there.
Yeah, some are not sure. 34.8% said that they could good.
So X is on the left and Instagram
Is
on the right.
right.
We've had several hundred people respond to this survey. So maybe people in Charlotte aren't as confident, but our airport is bigger, so maybe it's kind of that perspective of where you live and what you witness at the airport.
It's having the right ATC controller or flight instructor talk you down. Right. That's the angel on the wing.
I'll consider it.
And you can do it. I'll teach you.
All right, Maycay, thanks so much.
Thank you.